All right, so we have a person venting about a client. Let's see what happened. Venting about a client. What to do? Good day, fellow cleaners. I've had this one client for 3 years. Got him through my husband's work. They are one of his outpatients. We agreed to the beginning to keep it at $210 for 5 hours of my work, unless they would like extra work done. Well, yesterday they asked me if I could wash a few of their window seals. I said, certainly, as long as you don't mind the extra time and cost. They were fine with it, but what I kept wondering is, you always write the check instead of ahead of time, and pretty sure you already did, so let's see how this plays out. I spent an extra hour there deep cleaning 6 filthy window seals, then followed up with their right after I was done with that hour of work and continue with the usual routine. Then what does she do as I'm heading out the door? Hands me a check. But I'm not one to double check money being handled to me unless I'm working under someone else, because I really trust my clients still. And when I look at it once I get into my car, is the usual $210. I was like, you have to be effing kidding me. That's literally $50 less than what it should be, and it makes me feel like after charging so many other clients for the same work. My question is, should I just bring it up to her next clean on my way in if she wants me to finish her window seals cleaning, or just drop her? Yes, I know I need to start counting during collecting. I've just always been way too nice of a person. It leads to taking advantage of. Thank you ahead of time. Well, personally for me, I like payment at the beginning of the service, but this is a recurring customer. So recurring customers usually pay at the very end, always, because they're recurring. What I would suggest is, one, verify with them before you start the service that the cost is $210 plus $50 more for the extra service of today. Now, she shouldn't be charging per hour, but for a fixed rate. And if she was charging by hour, they really wouldn't know how much to pay her unless she advised it to him in advance. After she lets them know beginning of the service and verifies that the check will be this amount for today's services at the end of the cleaning, that kind of emphasizes, make sure you double check your check, right? After you finish your service and you're going to get the check, you look at the check and say thank you. And so if you look at the check and you say thank you and it's always good, then you should be fine. But if you look at the check and it's less than the amount, I'm sorry, unfortunately, I believe there was a mistake. It's this amount. So then they're, my mistake. And they continue because they've approved already. But if they're like, oh no, like this and that, then you have to have a conversation about dropping it right there and then, not afterwards. I also don't think you should wait so long to address it. The longer you wait, the more resentment you have to the situation and to the customer. So it's best to address it right there and then. If you're in your car and you see the check, you get out of your car and say, I'm sorry, I think you gave me the wrong cost. It's this amount. And they'll be, yeah, I'm so sorry. And then they give you the right check. But if you don't address it, you don't send out a message, you don't express it to them, and then you arrive at their home the next period of their appointment, they feel blindsided. But we know that they're in the wrong, but you gave them a blindsided situation because you waited so long to return and address it. So it's just depending on when you address it and how you address it. It says here, you should call her today and tell her. You see that? You call her today. Yes, that's exactly what you need to do. And tell her the check was short of $50. Does she want you to write another check today that you're going to go get today because she deliberately shortened you? That's no grace of adding it to the next time. You did the work. You need to be paid. Yes. Going forward 5 hours to to 5 hours. If she wants another stuff done, she can book another day and pay for it separately. In 2025, we do not let people play in our face about money. Counting your coin is not rude or being mistrustful. Yes. It's business. Yes. No. Other merchant takes it on faith. The money is right and neither should you. That is right. You're running a business and they shorten you. Speak up. Yeah. At the end of the day, if you don't speak up and you don't address it on the time you're supposed to, now it becomes your fault, not their fault. You as a business need to step it up. If you wait 3 weeks to ask for this to be fixed, then they will probably ask why you didn't mention it earlier. Exactly. You would text them and tell them you were doing books and noticed the check was short and ask how they would like to pay for the rest of the bill. They're in their 70s. They might not even agree to it by then. True. Nip that in the butt immediately. Before leaving their house, look at the money. It's okay. Oh, this check is for a standard clean. The window seals were an extra hour and the cost is $50. Do you want to write another check? Except you don't ask. You just say, this is $210. We agree to $260. But in a nicer way is what you need to say. Why do you feel bad? Does she? You are a business. Act like one. Exactly. Hi, clients. So this person's trying to tell them how they should express it. Hi, clients. I noticed the amount the check was written out for did not reflect the additional time I took today on the window seals. Let me know if you would like me to send payment for electronically or if you will have that amount added into next visit's check. Yeah. Like I said, majority of these comments are expressing how you need to address it immediately, not after. Because then it becomes your fault. That's how they're kind of expressing it. They're like, well, address it to her. Like, you got to do it. You're a business. That's what businesses do.